Hello, and we are live. Good afternoon, evening.
I mean,
It's 5. All right, we're jamming. What is happening? There's too much noise that I don't enjoy. Where are you? Video capture card. You need to come down. There we go. I want to jam as well. Hello and welcome to the stream. Fun times, fun times. We're here. We're here because we live here now. No truer words were spoken than when I told Teddy that we should name our community Toys R Us because functioning, me, today, says who? For why? Case in point, I'm still sipping on my coffee. Granted, this thermos keeps it like super hot for a really long time, so I've actually been drinking on it for like 4 hours. Not because it's that much, like if I really want to, I can get it done. I can finish drinking it pretty quickly. But because I've been too busy holding on to the Switch, playing Palia, then I've just been like, tiny sips, like I'm on a diet, but I'm not. It's just priorities. Ah, it's still warm. God, I love this thermos. I just wish the paint wasn't peeling. It's one of those that has like, oh, I just peeled some of the paint. That has like the temperature. There we go, it's got the temperature on the lid. I love this thing. I bought some for all of the adults in my family, but they came without that thing, and I've literally been meaning for like the last 2 weeks to return it so that I can get the ones with the thermostat for them. And it's just literally been sitting in my car for like 2 weeks. Because the same day it arrived and I saw that it was the wrong item, then I put it in the car so I could immediately take it. But I haven't. I need to do that this week. I need to adult. So how unfortunate, adulting. But I've been living here now. We live in Palia. I took a couple of breaks for certain things. I've been sipping on my coffee while I've been playing. I've been adjusting my cushion. This is my cushion. And I had been complaining how tiny it was and how it was not doing its job. So I decided to stuff it full of polyfill, because I don't know how to do things in moderation. So when I like a craft, we go ham. So I just happen to have this giant bag of polyfill in my closet from the last time I decided to restuff all of our pillows and plushies. But instead of replacing the plushies, I just restuff them. Bathe them in the washing machine and restuff them. So, I mean, you know, it's got its positives. Now, what have I accomplished while y'all have been gone and I've not been adulting? I haven't increased my inventory. We're still stuck here because it's 5,000 coins. I've been to the Magi Fair a couple of times and I got a whole bunch of recipes. I have a bunch of quests in my inventory for some reason and I don't even know how to deal with them. So yeah, there's that. My skills have gone up. Fishing, there's been a lot of fishing. Cooking, I finally got it up to level 3 because I needed to unlock something and it took forever. I leveled up fishing to level 5 just to get enough fish to cook enough to get this from level 2 to level 3. Cooking had me by the throat. Gardening, haven't done much. Mining, we've done a little bit. Furniture making, I can't believe we're only at level 2 because like you are just as trash as cooking. You're just as hard. A little bit of hunting because I did try to go use it a little bit for cooking, but fishing was just more efficient. Bug catching, not too much. Foraging, I've gotten into it a little bit more because I needed mushrooms for cooking. I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. Nope, it's there. It's one of those. It's just gonna... Amen.
I hear it's one of those.
It's one of those that's just gonna sit there and maybe slightly decide to come out. So if you see here, I cooked some dumplings and I got happy and I ended up going to the actual kitchen and experimenting with puff pastry, which I've heard about like twice, amen, but I'd never used, and I was curious if I could make croissantes with them, but yeah, no, it didn't pan out. It's not buttery enough. So actually the bigger ones that I made, I twisted them into croissants, but the first one, I should have brought some because they're so cute. So a bunch of them ended up being tiny baby croissants, and they were like about this big. They were so cute, but they didn't taste like croissants. It was just like, it basically just tasted like flaky bread, which is not a bad thing, but like flaky bread without butter or any filling, it was kind of just like meh. Left a lot to be desired. And the bigger ones, when I cut one open, it was actually kind of like wet looking on the inside, kind of like squishy, so I think it wasn't fully baked. So what I decided to do is turn some regular butter into garlic butter, and then I smothered the ones that were left. I cut them all in half, smothered them with the garlic butter, and then put them in at a very low temperature so that they don't burn, but also finish baking, and also don't completely evaporate all the butter. So I'm excited to eat that later, if there's any left by the time I finish streaming, because now that I have described it so beautifully, I'm suspicious that John might eventually go downstairs, and if he likes them, there may not be any left by the time I go down there. Please don't eat all the croissants if they happen to be delicious. Please don't eat all the croissants. All the remastered croissants, if you happen to go down there. Leave me at least a half. All right. This is the thing we just made. The mixing station. And the mixing station made things so much fun. Do I have the ingredients to make something on the mixing station? I do. Let's have some fun cooking. So this is all that's happening. This will burn if I don't get this all done in 3 minutes. So we come here. Chopped onions. Focus. Chop, 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 chop. Ah, failed. Dropped a finger on that one. Chopping the onions. All right. Chop the sernuk meat. Chop, 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 chopping, chopping. Did it. And now the dough. The dough is easily my favorite part. Because it goes from being wheat to just dough. That's just how it works in real life. Ah. Ah. Too soon. Too soon. It was like a 9/11 joke. It was just too soon. Ah, man. My timing for these jokes. Okay, all done. Now we go here. We mix it all together. Mix, 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 mix. You don't have to do this. I'm just a weirdo. And add ingredients. But hold on, because we gotta flip it. Flip it! Woo! What? You gotta flip the pan. I actually do flip food in the pan when I'm really cooking, and I get so happy. I tried to do it with my left hand the other day. It was an utter mess. Total failure. But I'm right-handed. I just do things with my left hand on purpose to try to be a little bit ambidextrous. But it was a hot mess with my left hand, but with my right hand, I was like flipping all kinds. Whew, I don't even remember what I was making. But I was flipping it in the pan. I looked like I knew what I was doing. And it was delicious because I only cook things that I know how to cook. The things I know how to cook, I've done it so much, they end up delicious, at least by my standards. Delicious to my tastes. Alright, so that was fun. That is what cooking is like now. Because we have the mixing station, and we have the prepping station, and we have a stove. And we have so many things that we can make now, allegedly. Because a lot of these recipes got like tomatoes. Oh wait, there's something else? What? What is this? Additional stations? An oven? I need an oven now? This is gonna be a little bit too much. I may choose... Wait, what is this? I already have a stove. What are you talking about? What? What is happening? I already have a stove. It's fine. Oh, wow. 4 spoons. I don't know what the spoons mean, but... So, I am happy with the cooking situation. We already did some of this hearty vegetable soup action yesterday. Now we've done the pan-fried dumpling situation. Steamed fish. I don't even know where I get oil from. Where do I get oil from? Do I just have to buy it? Because I feel like I haven't purchased oil. I genuinely feel like I've just randomly gotten it. Like, I don't know where it came from. It's just suddenly in my inventory. I need more of that. And I need to water these guys. Alright. After watering, I'll show you that again so you guys can see what I've already upgraded. I think the only thing I had upgraded yesterday was the axe, but now I have I've completed the upgraded pickaxe. I've completed upgrading my fishing rod, and I've completed upgrading my bow. So this, what are they called? The basic? Because the other one was like less than basic. That's kind of sad. The other things I still need the recipe for. The other thing that I've upgraded, let's go into the inventory here. I've upgraded the smoke bombs. And I've actually also gotten to the point where I can smelt silver? Pretty sure I can go up to silver. I didn't pay attention when I just came here. Alright, let's look. We were up to iron bar yesterday, I think. And now we're up to silver bar. So you gotta buy all of these things. They have not been free, which is part of the reason why I don't have as much mayonnaise. I'm gonna sell one of my dumplings. Maybe 2. 2. And I'll give you some cabbage. I need a bigger backpack. That's the main reason I need money, but I also don't want to get rid of all my ingredients. I've also got all the ingredients for this fabric crafting. However, I don't know what this is. What is this that it's asking me for? Like, I've been picking up every single bit of shining grass that I have found. And I don't know. I might as well make some leather, because I mean, why not? I don't think I need this for anything else, so I'm actually going to put it all towards making leather. Because I'm hoping that leather sells for more than just hide. So I don't know where I'm supposed to find the poof to make that fabric. I've been occasionally giving gifts, namely to the people that I know what they like. So like that one guy, the shaman looking guy, for some reason he likes wild ginger, so I'll give him ginger sometimes when I find it. That girl that's always selling bugs, obviously I give her bugs because that's what she likes. And that's gotten me pretty well to like are liking each other. I don't know what everybody else likes because I haven't been paying attention. I've been too busy grinding. Fishing, hunting, and chopping down random trees. I've also repaired my tools like twice. Coffee. Coffee makes me so happy. So, about about what Jenny said about the group thing. I've never been able to do any group stuff yet, like activities of this type, like, ooh, I need this. I haven't had the opportunity to do that, so I haven't experienced it. And since I don't actually watch streams about this, I don't watch streams about pretty much any game that I play. I just play them because I find the experience to be better that way for me. Also, I have a very specific curated kind of playlist, so it doesn't always pan out that I would even have the time inside of my YouTube consumption to watch other people playing this. Or any game, really. So pretty much every game that I go into, I'm going into it blind. Case in point, when we were playing Zombie Apocalypse, and I'm like, I was not prepared for this. Not prepared at all. So glad you didn't want it. It's 1 in the morning. Well, it's basically 2 in the morning in the game. I don't think it makes sense to try to go to the Magi Market because it would seem rather useless. By the time I get there, it'll pretty much be closing. And real world time, we have until tomorrow. Or, well, not tomorrow, until 2:30 a.m. EST. So what is that? Like 10 hours? 9 hours? About 9 hours. Did I put the sound for the Streamlabs widget too low? You want the plushie? Oh yeah, the dragon. Yeah, that dragon is pricey, man. I should just teleport. It took me a while. Oh, another thing is, I did finally, when I wasn't on stream, go to Bahari Bay and kind of explore it a little bit. And I discovered crabs. Because sometimes I just say things and then I just like think, because I have ADHD, so my mind runs entirely too fast. So after I said I found crabs, I thought, I didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it now. I caught crabs, and then as soon as I thought that, I was like, oh, that's terrible, but also hilarious. And it didn't make sense for me to laugh like that without explaining to you guys why I laugh like that. Like, seriously, this happens to me all the time. Something will happen, or somebody will say something, or I'll say something, and then I'll start just laughing. And sometimes it's like a giggle, and sometimes it's just like I'll be cackling because I'll think something's so funny. And they'll just... The direct link to it doesn't make sense. You got a card game called You Got Crabs. It's really fun. I mean, that sounds kind of terrible though. Oh, come on. That was your neck. I shot you in the neck. It's a deer. It's supposed to be my food. Oh, I also found that these trees are kind of weird. Fine then, I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. Oh, that was in your butt. I moved a little bit too much. I tried to chop one of these things down and it wouldn't let me chop it down, so I think I need a better... What just happened? Okay. Interesting. That hyena kind of just got in the way and somehow did not die to my axe. Anyway, I've had several unfortunate situations where I laugh because somebody says something and it's like, I end up laughing because my brain connects it to something completely crazy. It would seem like really far away from whatever is happening, and it shouldn't be funny. It's funny to me because of the trajectory that my brain took. And I'll end up just apologizing or something, but there'll be times where I actually explain the situation. And back in the long ago, way before John was born, many years ago when I was married, there was something, my ex-husband said something to me, and it was like a rather serious thing. But the serious thing, within the span of about 2 seconds, made my brain where my brain traveled in about 5 seconds, made me laugh. The thing that he was talking to me about was not funny. And he just looked at me like I was a psychopath. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I know I really need to curve this. I need to work on it. But sometimes I just can't help it. I wasn't laughing about what you said. It's just where my brain went after you said it. There's so many degrees of separation. But it wouldn't make sense for me to just explain it to you. And he was looking at me like I was lying. So I'm wearing my glasses. I literally just realized, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm wearing my glasses. Alright, well, I need glasses to see the TV, which doesn't make sense. My TV is huge. But I can't see far away. Things get blurry, so that's why I wear the glasses. Up close, I'm fine without them. But I've already been wearing them, so why take them off now? Anyways, so I told him, I'm so sorry, that was inappropriate. I'm not laughing about what you said. It's just where my mind went from what you said is actually really funny. And he was looking at me again like I'm a psychopath. And so I said, okay, fine. It's going to sound crazy because where my mind went in 5 seconds took me about 3 minutes to explain. But I explained it to him. I was like, okay, look, when you said this to me, I thought this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And when I finally was done explaining to him how I got to the point where I laughed, he was just looking at me more like a psychopath. He was taken aback that it took me 3 minutes to explain where my brain had gone in about 5 seconds from what he said to what made me laugh. And then he was like, okay, yeah, where you ended up is kind of funny, but your reaction at the moment of what I said, it didn't seem appropriate. And I'm like, I know, I have that problem sometimes. I'm not trying to laugh at inappropriate things. It's just that there's something about dark humor and humans finding humor in dark things. So then, you may say something dark, and then where my brain ends up going in a very short period of time makes me laugh at inappropriate times. I don't have a lot of friends. It's a really hard trait to deal with because you're always second guessing yourself. Are you laughing at me directly right now? Or is your brain doing that weird thing it does?
Still never.
Unless they ask.
I will, if you ever
Guess you noticed the mix of Magiri and human ruins. Have I been reading this dyslexic this whole time? No, because I've been saying magi. I was talking about the magi stuff, not this. Okay.
The gene.
Magiri. Suppose this is where things get kind of sad. The traps on the vault. A vault. They were too dangerous to be sending the crew in. Told her not to go in. Tried to tell her already had enough to live out our lives to old age. She pulled rank on me for the first time in years, sent me to my own break. She took the crew in, and I don't know what happened in there. I waited 1 day, 2 days. On the third day, I broke out of the brig. I had a spare crew. When I came to the deck, there was no sign of them. By the 7th day on that blasted island, I finally accepted the truth. Not all vaults are meant to be pilfered. Managed to sail Aelberg's revenge back to port myself, and did some things I'm not proud of. eventually I put up some memorials for the crew in that garden in Kilima. I visit them every so often. Much as I'd love for ye to think me a legend, I'm just a grimalkin. And once ye understand my tale, perhaps you'll have a treasure of your own. Your own. Okay. Thanks for that story. I will be here.
I just learned how this works.
Oh, that's weird. What works? How what works, my darling? Facebook isn't populating on here. Oh, okay. Facebook, what are you doing? Facebook chat is not... It's not doing the things. Oh, it's that, okay. Social Stream Ninja is being weird. So, can I kill this hyena now that I have my slightly upgraded bow? Or do I have to upgrade it one more time? That did nothing, it just laughed. Very hyena of you.
I figured out how to stop.
I'm not chasing after you.
So what's that roughly at? The way this works.
You're over here trying to trick me.
I looked at it.
Oh, is that a skunk? That one looks slightly different. Is that a skunk? That is a skunk. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I've thought this many times about that story. That in hindsight, it's really weird that he didn't understand me. Because he told me at one point that he'd been diagnosed with ADHD as a child and put on medication for it. And that's why he refused to use the medication as an adult, because as a child he felt that it really affected him negatively. Because I told him one day, I think you have ADHD, after I got diagnosed. Because I got diagnosed as an adult. I was, 22? And I said to him that I thought he had ADHD. And he said that he'd gotten diagnosed as a child and he'd been put on medication. And he said that he didn't like it. He didn't like how it made him feel. And so he wasn't going to do medicine again. And I told him that I thought he should try it because the way that the ADHD medication affects you when you're a child and when you're an adult are very different. But he didn't want to. He said it just made him feel so not like himself. He dislikes it so much that he just decided he'd rather suck as an adult. Suck, not entirely, but somewhat suck as being an adult. ADHD has a way of doing that, making you terrible at adulting. And yeah, I never had that conversation with him after that, where I was like, that's kind of weird that you didn't get where I was coming from, or, you know, that you didn't notice. You didn't notice that about me, because it was like, if you have ADHD, you shouldn't, you know. Sometimes, to be completely, I feel bad for him. I felt bad for him. Because thinking that a lot of parents, having rambunctious kids, they just assume, oh, they must have ADHD, and it's like, no, maybe they just need to, maybe they're just an outdoors kid. And I know that's not conducive to the greatest classroom environment, but I don't think that's the kid's fault. I think that's the way we have classrooms set up now. Like, when you go to the Nordic countries, the way they do their schooling is like, for the first 4 years of school, the kids are just chilling, basically. They're not chilling, they're learning some stuff, but it's mostly social interaction and being outdoors and stuff, and having recess and learning how to human and stuff like that. So their overall measured life satisfaction is more higher than Americans. So obviously, our type of school system doesn't really work. And even when you think about like Southeast Asian cultures, where they're like super tiger mom type situations and stereotypically very like you better do good in school, they don't struggle as much as kids here do. And I think it's because of the way that their education system is structured. And a lot of places, I finally found one of these. A lot of places, a lot of other countries, aside from being structured differently, what the other thing that they have is the kids don't start school at 5. 5 is still like, preschool situation, if anything at all. Preschool daycare. Which makes sense because, like, biologically speaking, we know that it interrupts natural brain development to put kids in the situation that we put them in now. To force them into the current American school structure. Haha, crabs. Don't put your hands up, actually. Yeah, put your hands up. Ah. Why isn't it hitting? Also, I'm not letting go of the, I'm out of bombs. Y'all are lucky. I wanted this guy. I have to go make bombs. Oh, now you're up here, like, just showing off. Like, hey, you didn't catch me. I will return after I make some more bombs. Let's see. But yeah, I genuinely think that the way that we structure our school system is kind of basura. Basura. It is not ideal for children. It's not ideal for learning. It's not ideal for teachers. It's just utter chaos and mess, and it doesn't make sense to do it the way that we do it. Even when it comes to, like, once you get into it, junior high, for example. Actually, even in elementary school, I don't think that the setup makes sense, because when you get into college, for example, you have 2 days of lectures. Like, every class, most classes, give you 2 days of lectures. And they'll be longer, they'll be an hour and a half, 2 hours. Some torturous ones are 3 hours. But the point being that, let's say you have Monday, Wednesday classes, Friday if it comes with a lab, and Tuesday, Thursday classes. And I've had this discussion several times with my brother that I think it's ideal to do that. If you do it for adults, why are you not? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Why don't you do that for kids in school? So now we have kids going through elementary school, junior high school, and high school, and they abhor going to school. A high percentage of kids just abhor going to school. And it's exhausting. You have ELA every day, you have math every day, you have science every day, and it's always like 40 or 45 minutes, but then there's always time at the beginning of the period where everybody's coming in and settling down, and then there's time at the end of the period where it's the same thing. People are packing up and getting ready to leave, and all of those things. And 40 minutes or less, even if you do it every day of the week, like, it's not as useful as if they just broke everything up to where Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they could do the more core, more important type classes. So then you'd be having like ELA and math and science every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then they could be like 2 hours each. And not teaching for 2 hours. You prepare a lesson and it's like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And then the rest of the time you allow it allows the teacher to go around, make sure that everybody's getting it, and gives them appropriate time to help the kids that are falling behind. That would make way more sense. Like, even if you did an hour and a half periods and you're just doing like 3 classes per day, because you put lunch and some sort of outside time into every day, obviously, kids would not despise school as much if it was structured like that. Because teachers don't have enough time to help students if they're not getting it. And we decided, and by we, I mean the country or the education department, who are idiots, decided, oh, you know what? Teachers having teacher's assistant is not like that. No, they don't need that. And you know what? 20 kids in a classroom, that's not enough chaos. Let's do this. This is a great idea. We're going to take away the teacher's assistant position. All right, okay. Hear me out. Just one teacher, a main classroom teacher, and then we're also going to give her more students. And the way we're going to offset the law is we know at least one student in every classroom is going to be special education, and they're going to need their own aid. So there we go. We fixed the whole adult to children ratio, except that we're not taking into consideration that a special needs child's aid can't really be counted for the rest of the classroom. They're just there for that child. So yeah, good job. Good job, education system. And it sucks because all of these policies and structures are being made by people that don't even send their kids to public school. Or they send them to a public school in a district where there's a lot of money, so there's a lot of assistance, and there's a lot of extra staff. Yes, child.
This clock right here is off. It's ahead by exactly 16 minutes.
Mm.
No more.
I didn't set the time, I just connected it.
Oh, it just so happens it's off by exactly 16 minutes.
And I just don't think it makes sense. And let me tell you, when I was in the classroom, I had a kindergarten classroom. I was at the same time that John was in kindergarten. And we had the kids that had never been to school. They went home kindergarten. They didn't have structure, so they were a little bit more chaotic. They weren't used to the school structure. It was a little bit harder to wrangle them all in. And we, because they were like late registrants as well, there seems to be some sort of correlation there. A lot of first time into the school system kids ended up also being late registrants. So in our classroom, we had maybe 12 students. And the gymnastics that the main teacher, the occasional aide that came in, and I had to go through to wrangle these kids. Granted, they're 5 years old, it's kindergarten. I get it. They're a little extra rambunctious. But it's just like, okay, you're telling me that we're having a tad of a hard time, because also, since they were all kids that went from like daycare to the school system, there was no preschool, or if there was a daycare, it was like a at-home daycare. It wasn't anything that was certified or anything. So kind of like free range daycares, that's what we're gonna call them. Just like free range chickens, they're free range daycares. The kids had no record. There was no running record. So if they needed any extra assistance, if they were having a hard time with reading, with math, with anything, like even we had some kids that couldn't really write. They needed OT, they needed occupational therapy. Granted, it's kindergarten, they're writing ABC, but even that they were struggling with. And it was tiring. We only had like 12 kids, and eventually at some point we got 3 more, so we were up to 15. But you're talking 2 full-time staff, which was me and the main classroom teacher. And we had 1 special assistant who came in like 3 days a week. And if she was needed extra, she would pop in for like an extra period. And it's like trying to wrangle cats. Really trying to catch 1 cat. Imagine trying to catch 15 cats. It was chaotic.
Well, you got a fishing rod. I'll get fish.
And we were blessed because we were all together, so we were able to just like get this all done together and wrangle it all in. But I can't imagine what it's like for other people that don't. And we had a small classroom. Like 15 is not standard. Like the average classroom in most slightly densely populated American states and cities are just 22 plus. Some are right there on the cusp of 30. It's ridiculous. Not to mention, God forbid that your child needs one-on-one for anything. Like, they need a little bit of one-on-one help. Not happening. Good luck. I did not mean to go on a rant about that. It's so difficult because I went through it, and then I've gone through it on both sides, you know, as a teacher and as a teacher's assistant and as a parent, like having to see where our system is just like, that's why I have John at home. Because even though it's a struggle sometimes to get him to like focus on the task that he has to do, it's still when he actually it's just because he gets distracted and doesn't actually want to do it. So obviously we're all like that. If we don't want to do a task, we get distracted easily. But when he actually needs help learning something, I'm able to be there with him and guide him through it, and it just is a lot easier. Because a lot of times he would come home and tell me that he had a hard time with something that he was being taught at school, and he couldn't get any help in the classroom because it never got around to the point where it would be his turn. Glass furnace is finally ready to do what you're supposed to be doing, sir. Don't be all up in my business.
Okay, I'll never talk to you again.
Exaggeration much? Exaggeration nation? Craft glass. How do I craft glass? Oh, I need a glass pane. Why won't you let me use this glass pane? Oh, because I need rocks to make the glass pane, and then I need a light bulb to make... But why won't it let me use this? Is it too far away? Oh, why is it grayed out like that? That's so weird. Alright, give me 2 bulbs so that I can make some lamps. But also, aside from it being something that I've experienced from both sides, like as a parent, and you know, as a parent struggling because the system is the way that it is, and as a teacher struggling with the system the way that it is, I also constantly have to hear it from my brother, and I'm like, I feel so bad for you because like teaching is such a worthwhile profession if you know, like you like kids and you want to help the future and all that jazz, but it's still so frustrating to constantly feel like you're at odds with administration, and it's like, oh, yeah, you need help? Shouldn't you have this figured out? It's like, no, I don't have it figured out. Y'all are making it hard, and it constantly feels like administration is just not helping. They just want you to figure it out on your own. Good luck with that. Oh, I need more clay. I don't have enough clay. Oh wait, I can make fabric now. I should do that before I leave. And then it's like people that don't have to deal with it don't understand why teachers are just leaving in droves. It's just like, nope. And it's not that you don't like your kids, like you love your kids. I'm also cautious about who I associate with, but I've never met a teacher when I was in the school system and outside of it, where I've met a lot of people that are teachers that don't love their kids. Like, we all talk about our kids the same. We all talk about, oh yeah, my kids. It's like, oh, how many kids do you have? It's like, well, biologically, hold on. Biologically, I have one. But all the kids in my classroom are my kids. And every single, well, okay, maybe one exception. 99% of the teachers that I've ever encountered talk about their kids the same way. They're kids. It's like, oh yeah, my kids this, my kids that. And it's so sad, honestly, to see so many teachers that they're just in a situation where they want to give the best of themselves, but you can burn out really easy when you want so desperately to be a good role model and be a good influence and give your kids the best that you can give them and try to give them the best education. You try to give them the most dedicated attention and all the help that they need, and you get stuck in the situation where you're constantly alone, because that's just the way it feels, at least, because you keep asking for help from like the administration, and there's always a reason why they can't help. There's always a reason why something else is a priority. Someone's always kicking the can down the road. And sometimes it's not even your administration, which also sucks, because it's like, sometimes it's the whole school system. It's just like, no, you want to make a difference? You're funny. Not happening. I also need to make smoke bombs, but I don't have the ingredients to make any smoke bombs, because I need clay and flowers. Let's go find some clay and flowers. Going off on a tangent. I shouldn't talk about school stuff, honestly, when I'm streaming. I know better. I don't know why I did that. I should not have gotten on the topic, because I get really, I really get sucked into that topic, because it's so painful. Like, this is our future. These are the kids that are, irrespective of them being our future, and politicians and policymakers and all these other things, like, we should have a duty to our children. We should feel enough impetus to change things for our children, because they didn't ask to be here. It feels like every time you try to do something, it just drains so much out of you, because you have to adult, you have to parent, and then you, aside from advocating for your own child, you also have to, you go to the like town meetings and the district meetings, and it's like you're talking to a wall. And then people want to get mad because you either take your kids out in favor of homeschooling or cyber schooling, or you use a education choice situation if you have that in your state, and you pull your kid out of your zone school and you send them somewhere else, and it's like, oh, but you're taking tax dollars out of that district that was already struggling. And it's like, look, I would love to help, but aside from the global issue, aside from the national issue, I need to take care of my child, because nobody's going to take care of my child if I don't. I can't sacrifice my child's well-being to try and push to help like other people's kids whose parents are either unaware or unable to do anything in the way of advocacy. Now, once my child is a full-grown adult and he can advocate for himself, yeah, I'll go back out there, I'll go back into the school system, and I'll try to do the best I can for every single child that I'm able to positively affect. However, in the meantime, my priority is my own child. And if that sounds selfish, hashtag I don't care, because I carried this one for 10 months and I spent 33 hours in active labor thinking that I was gonna die. So yeah, I'll be selfish and prioritize my own child. And if that makes me a terrible overall human being or a terrible teacher or anything, hashtag don't care. Because ain't nobody else who's gonna be out here making judgments going to, raise my child for me, pay my child's expenses for me, take care of his education, and all of that stuff. And I think that's something a lot of people love to have opinions, but y'all ain't out here paying these bills, raising these kids that grow like weeds. Like, I had a good year, a good maybe 12 months before my son is taller than me. I don't even buy separate clothes anymore. Our pants are different, and obviously underwear. But we share socks, because why am I going to buy 2 sets of socks? We have the same size socks, not the same size shoes, because he already wears a size like 10 in men's. And I feel like, where did my baby go? But t-shirts, we're into them graphic tees. So guess what? All our graphic tees are unisex. Life is expensive. And when we wore the same size sneakers, I bought sneakers that were unisex. And boots. It only lasted about 3 months. He grew way too fast. But even though I've made the choices that I've made to focus on my own child, I still feel bad for all the kids that are not in a situation where their parents are even aware of what's going on. Or even if they are aware, they have parents that aren't able to do anything about it. Not everybody feels comfortable enough to take on their kids' education, like to be a guide for their kids' education. So John's in cyber school, not homeschool, but we've done homeschool before where I was wholly guiding his education. But it wasn't a problem. He was so far ahead of where he was supposed to be for his age that literally after I gave him the assessment test at that time, I was like, yeah, you're good. Like, you're at 2 grade levels above where you're, like, age-wise, so we're just starting vacation early. Like, school ends in March this year. So we do.
Can't wait for school to end in May.
It would end sooner if you would finish your classwork faster. But I do have moments of guilt. I do have moments where I feel the guilt doesn't go away. It's like survivor's guilt. I have moments where I remember that I have people that didn't make it back home with me and that I've lost battle buddies along the way. And I still experience survivor's guilt. And in a similar fashion, I have teacher's guilt when like sometimes I'll have conversations with my brother and he'll tell me about things that are going on in his classroom specifically and in his school, and I'm like, I could be out there trying to make a difference. But then I think about my own child and I'm like, I'm making the best difference that I can at the moment. Once he's older, college age, where I'm not qualified to be his teacher or guide him, or help him if he's stuck, then I'll think about going back into that's been my thought process for a long time. I think he was in 3rd grade when I came to the realization that I can't parent well and teach well at the same time. One of the two is gonna suffer. Because I'm passionate about my students, so I give 100%. So where am I gonna draw from to give 100% at teaching and also 100% at parenting? And I had to come to the, gut-wrenching decision that I needed to prioritize parenting. Gut-wrenching because I love my kids. I didn't like leaving them behind. And every new cycle of kids, you love them just the same. And, there'll be some kids that you love more than others. But just in general, you love your kids. And it hurts to let them go when you gain the knowledge through your experience that there are some kids that their only respite is like coming to your classroom. Is like your classroom is like what home should be, but it's not. And because I'm in the early grades, I'm K through 4, I'm not anymore, I was. They're with you the entire day. It's not like, you know, junior high or high school where they come to you just for one period. Like you're with them all day. And so for some kids, coming to your classroom may be the only sense of home that they have. ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué? Oh, dame un rato que yo estoy en vivo. So I had guilt. I had guilt when I made the decision, even though I know it was the best. It was what I think is the most appropriate decision. Because it just feels crazy. To me, it felt ridiculous to put so much into my classroom kids and not have barely anything left for my own kid. Like, my conscience wouldn't leave me alone if I did that. I did that for 1 year, and I felt terrible for it. 1 school year. It didn't set in immediately, but like once you get to that point where you start feeling like, my own child, my bad, I can't really be there for you because I left everything in the classroom. There is nowhere left for me to draw from. But yeah, the guilt still gets me sometimes. But those are the moments where I just look at this handsome face over here and I'm like, no, it's worth it. However short-lived the guilt pops up, it still pops up occasionally. It just makes me feel that I need to give parenting my all. So that it's not like even though I feel that it's the right thing to do, it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, don't half-ass it. The market is open. Is there a teleportation thing around here? Where is the nearest teleportation thingamajiggy? There. Let's go get some more lucky things. Here we go. Boop. And we're gonna go... what's the closest one? Actually, let me look. What's the closest thing that I can teleport to? Bam, bam, bam. Which one's the fairgrounds? Is that where it's at right now? I don't see it here, so that's where we're teleporting to. We're going to the fairgrounds, and I hope it's the correct place to go to. I'm out of coffee. I'm so sad. But honestly, it makes me... Out of all the places I've been, though, I can honestly say that what I find to be the best is Montessori. An adequate Montessori system is amazing. I love the Montessori. It was just expensive. Like, the Montessori ends up being, private school, and it's rough. It's expensive. I had John in a Montessori school for 1 year, and it was rough because I paid more for his tuition than I paid for my college tuition. It was worth it, but it wasn't like sustainable for me at the time. So that's why I couldn't keep him in there. We did 1 year, and it was like $12,000 for well, not 1 year, 1 school year, which is only like 8.5 months, or 8 months if you take out holidays and weekends. It's actually only like 7 months. So I paid it. It was worth it. Great education system. I worked in it too. I loved it. But what is the point of having a worm farm? Because I haven't figured out what to do with worms yet. Worm farm lets you raise worms for fishing and helps create fertilizer. Yeah, but I still haven't figured out how to deal with the 5 worms that I got for free. Is there anybody else here that I need to talk to? Not currently. Okay. I've been meaning to check out what the drum situation is. What is the whole point of it? Is there a point? What else? Are there any other ones that are glowing? This is glowing. And this one's glowing. Oh wait, if we play the drums, do the fireworks go off? I don't see any fireworks. If you play them in the right order, do the fireworks go off? I don't see anything happening. Can I join this? Oh, it's in progress. Here, I'll start a game. Do you want to join this game? I love this thing because it's like you can't lose, but you can get just very little prizes. Like your options are very little prizes or... John, what are you doing? Focus, please. Do 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 do. The most you got was 900. I think I got over 1,000 at one point. Butterfly spider thing. Because why not? We're waiting for the game to start anyway. Oh wow, we're raiding. Social stream ninja. What is this recording feature? What is this saying? But also, why is my phone repudiating my Bluetooth? Ooh, time to play. Nope, I don't have a single one of those, so we're not taking it. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna keep this one. Get rid of that. Everybody's moving so quickly. Oh, because it's me against the computer. Okay, good. I don't mind being against the computer though, because the whole game moves a lot faster that way. Yep. We'll take some seafood. Get rid of the potato. Nope. I don't have a single one of those. No point in having it. I'll give it a risk. We're only on round 7. It might be a chance that I'll get another red mushroom. Ooh, yes, definitely. 3 of a kind, that's what we're hoping for. Nope, goodbye. Playing against the computer sure is quick. Ooh. Too coconutty. So what I do is, if another coconut puffs up, I will get rid of one of the others that I have 3 of the same family. Oh, but that does look delicious. Looks like shabu shabu. I should go to H Mart and buy some. Are we gonna keep playing this game? We're gonna keep playing this game. I mean, why not? Let's do it. So glad I did it! Now I'm not touching that family. Time to eat. 180. Not bad. This is what the computer did. Oh, why did they get 0 points? Oh.
By the way, I just took off already.
Probably. Alright, how much lucky do I have? Inventory. 3362.
I'm just speaking if you're not talking.
I need monies, but I need lucky things.
I'm gone.
I'll join this one.
Actually, no, I'll use this to defend myself. This
Game is starting. Instant start. Nice.
thing I designed, I press
Well, I'll wait for my turn. Let's do one of these. Hey, hey, hey. It's my turn. I pressed A. Nope. So apparently one of those robots was trying to get all green, but I don't know if that's actually useful. Is that actually useful? See, playing against the computer is so much better. Man, I'll tell you what.
Unfreaking touchable.
Okay, let's get rid of this mushroom. We got 3 green, 3 yellows, an orange, and a blue. Got decide what we're gonna take next. Did I really just get the one that I just sent out? So I was complaining yesterday about my seat cushion thing, and I thought that once I filled it, because I said earlier in the stream that I stuffed it full of polyfill, and I basically stuffed as much polyfill as I could until I thought I wasn't going to be able to, hold on. Hello. They're not in the, wait, they're not in the air fryer? Yeah, they were in. I cut them all in half because it seemed as if they weren't completely like cooked on the inside. Yeah, no, that's so silly. So I had tried the cushion before I went live, and I was like, "Oh, this is way more comfortable than it was yesterday," and I thought we'd be great and fine, but it's already getting a little uncomfortable. I could try to stuff some more polyfill in it. I should try that. Because, I mean, what else is the polyfill doing? My pillows and plushies don't need any more polyfill for a while. And the next time that they need it again, I could just buy another bag. Because, obviously, totally useful to have such a big bag of polyfill. But at least it's finally almost empty. Like, at least it's finally almost empty. Because it was up to about here before I started stuffing the cushion. Draw. Why is it A? Ah, I didn't mean to do that. First A wasn't responding, and then it over-responded. So annoying.
You make me feel
So annoying.
You make me like a bad girl. You make me feel
Draw. What are we drawing? Ooh. Okay, we got two shrimpies. I don't like shrimp. Shrimp feel weird when you bite them. I have this texture thing. Something. They feel weird. I might be a touch autistic, but there's just things like when you bite into them, they feel so weird and gross and just like, so I can't deal with shrimp. Or really squishy food. Oh God, just thinking about it is giving me goosebumps. Now, I'm over here self-diagnosed. Like, I do actually have ADHD, like, diagnosed professionally. But, like, when I say I'm a touch autistic, it's just because there's a large contingency of people that are diagnosed with autism that have some sensory issues. And I may not have sensory issues with, like, my clothes, which a lot of autistic people do. Like, they can't deal with seams. And they will also have like sensory issues with the texture of food. So you may see them only eating really crunchy food, only eating really soft food. It's just a sensory issue. And I have a severe sensory issue with food. Like, it won't smell bad and it won't necessarily taste bad, but just like goosebumps that it gives me when I bite into it. I'm like, I can't eat this. And it just sounds like a picky eater, but it really makes me nauseous to eat certain foods. And it's not because of their taste. It's literally just like, there's foods that I don't like because of their taste. Like broccoli, I can't find a broccoli that I like to save my life. No matter how much I season it, whether I stir fry it, whether I air fry it, whether it's baked, me and broccoli, we're just not friends. I just don't like the taste of broccoli. But there's certain foods where it's like, it's not the taste, it's just the way it makes me feel when I bite into it. Ooh, 480, nice. Or the way it makes me feel when I smell it. So I don't do peanut butter. I can't do peanut butter. Peanut butter makes me want to throw up. Like, I can tell, and I can eat peanuts. I'm not allergic. I don't have a problem with peanuts. My problem is solely with peanut butter. I'll eat something that I don't know has peanut butter, and as soon as the taste hits my mouth, my tongue, I'm just like, this has peanut butter, doesn't it? This is gross. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it, to the point that it makes me nauseous. Let us spin the wheel. Because I don't want the coins to go to waste. Yay! I don't know how to use the fireworks. I feel rather useless. Ooh! The doggies are appearing. I know they're not dogs, but they're dog-ish. They're dog presenting. Yay, I caught one. They're like beavers. I said this yesterday, but they make doggish sounds. Must not be a lot of people here. Earlier, I was doing this, and it was like just the chaos of people running after these things. So many people. But now, there's like no... like barely any people running after these guys. Well, that must mean there's barely any people in this server. Caught one. Also, why do they all have hats? Who is running around here just making hats for these little beaver things? beaver dog things. Hey, hey, how do you teleport like that? I want to teleport like that. Yeah, but how exactly? Because I tried to do that earlier and it didn't really... Because I have... Hold on. Let me finish this. Prairie dog wrangling situation. Yeah, don't get stuck. We want to get as many prairie dogs as possible. We're running out of time. We only got 8 seconds left. Run! Catch at least one more prairie dog before the time runs out. Ah, I almost had one more. Alright, not bad. Can we respond here? B? I am pressing B for clothes. What is... Why is it not responding? What's up with this? Let me pop the remote down and then bring it back out. Alright. What is happening? Alright, hold on. Also, I don't know why my console's not charging very well. What is happening? The server just froze. Sort of, because like
warm it up.
Funny.
I don't know. Probably that no one.
No matter what I'm pressing, like nothing is. Am I gonna have to leave the game and go back in? I'm gonna have to leave the game and go back in because it's not responding. Okay. Apologies for that. It was not responding at all. Totally frozen. It wasn't the remote that was the problem. Unless it's my Switch completely being the problem, which then gives me a justifiable reason to buy the new one when it comes out. My glasses are so dirty. I cleaned them earlier, but I didn't have anything. I didn't have any wipes or anything to clean them with. So I just wiped them on my shirt. That's not doing much of enough. Why aren't you... Yes, connecting. It doesn't usually take that long to connect, though. It makes me feel as if there was a problem with the servers, and that's why I was... Ah, see? Look at that. It was having problems with the servers. I wonder if it's overloaded, which is weird, because it's the evening of Sunday, so it really shouldn't be. Oh, I'm going to take your electronics away. Invalid state. Pennsylvania's not valid, apparently. The Northeast is not valid. I hope oh my gosh. Since it glitched, I really hope that I don't end up losing the lucky things that I got. I realize there's not a lot of them. Also, what is it talking to me about right now? Lucky Chapa Championship 3. What is it doing right now? Why is it giving me all this information? Alright, the struggle is real. Why is it still struggling? That's my question. Why is it giving me, like, what is happening? Giving me, like, all these little instructions for playing the game, like, all the little tutorial type information, which we already know. Let's go home. Well, you know, this wasn't what I was choosing for myself. finish the stream so early. I'm so washed out. What is up with the lighting today? It's the exact same bar in the exact same location. It just feels way more washed out than usual. Why are you giving me the whole tutorial all over again? I'm concerned about this attempting to reconnect to chat because it makes me feel cautious. It worries me. It makes me feel as if I should be cautious of the possibility that stuff that I do right now might not save appropriately. We need some ceramic. Why did I need ceramic? I totally forgot. What am I trying to build? Oh no. Let's look at what I'm trying to build. Oh, bombs. I'm trying to make bombs. Smoke bombs.
Oh well.
Ooh. Where are bombs? Here they are. Oh, wait, no! Give me the clay back! Hold on! Returneth the clay to me. Oh, not you. You, returneth the clay to me. Give me most of the clay, but not all of it. Because I do think we need a few bricks. Takes 2. I'll give you 16. Make me 8 bricks. Then we come here and we craft more bombs. So increase. That's all we can need because we only have 3 flowers. Okay. I mean, that's a good amount. 60. That's a pretty good amount. Alright. Teddy says that I should use the bow, but how do I use the bow to send off the fireworks? Here is my bow. At higher hunting levels, press X to open the ammo bag. Alright. Oh! Maybe the tutorials are kind of useful. Let's throw the firework up. Yay! I'm happy now. Oh, wow, that was a really cool one. I like that one. I want to go buy more fireworks now. That's not ideal. It's not ideal. I shouldn't be using my lucky thingamajiggerbobs for that, but I really want to buy more fireworks. Yep, salesman. Maybe I should read this stuff. No, I'm not gonna read it. I'll keep the emerald because first stuff. You, I can sell you. I got no attachment to you. What can I do to make a lot of money? Well, I'm gonna take some of these. No, give me that one. Give me this one. Give me this one back. But then also cabbage it up. I don't know why I keep doing it. Ooh, I see. Alright. 1,093 coinage is coming towards me. That's going to still not be enough to buy the backpack upgrade. How much would I get for this emerald? How much would I get for this emerald? Oh! That's a lot of money!
That is a lot of money.
It's very rare. Oh, but so much money. But no, it's rare. I'm not getting, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. Put it away. Temptation. You get behind me. I'm not gonna get rid of it because it's worth so much and it says that it's very rare. Now, Jenny, is it really that rare? That is the question, because you've been playing a lot longer than me, so you'd be able to tell me if you found any of them at all before. Have you ever found an emerald before? Question of the day. You haven't seen one? Okay, I'm not selling it. Don't look. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me.
Makes fun of me.
I mean, like, that was a lot of money, though. That was 1,500. That would have gotten me so close to the 5,000 that I need. Huh?
You said 1,500. That's when you were born.
No. I'm just a tad younger than that. Just a tad. I know I'm supposed to be able to use the weeds for something, but I'm gonna sell them. Also this one. Citrine. Sit down and stare at this rock for hours. A rare starstone, beloved by those born under the sign of the Wanderer. Sells for a very high price. Not as high as emerald though. And also, I think I've gotten 2 of those before. I also got obsidian. How much does that sell? 500. The perfect stone for crafting creepy doll eyes. Get rid of that. I need money, but we're not getting rid of the emerald. It's too near and dear to my heart. Oh, that was quick. Nice, nice, nice. So now I have moaning. 3,700. I need so much more. Teddy saying, you should try Nightbot. You can set it to send out all of your links after a certain amount of time in the chat at whatever time interval you want. Can I do that on Social Stream Ninja though? Because I'm doing it on Social Stream Ninja, which is putting it on all places I'm streaming to all at the same time. So it's going on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, and also on the Discord for some reason. So Social Stream Ninja is simul pushing it out on all platforms. Is Nightbot only a Twitch thing? Because then if Nightbot is platform specific, then that means I have to go to every single platform. That's kind of annoying. Maybe I should cook. Maybe selling food. Now I regret leaving my homestead because I could have just cooked a whole bunch of food. Cooking food probably be the best way for me to get, because cooked food sells for a lot more than just like the raw materials. You can link Nightbot to almost anything. Oh, I have to figure out if there's a way for me to do it. You know, there might be a plugin for it, because I haven't touched the Social Stream Ninja since the day you gave me the information, and oh yeah, there are hosts and bots. Since the day I set it up after you sent me that video, I haven't touched it again. So, featured chat overlays, host bot names, do not show host or bot messages, delete names of specific hosts or bots. I'll figure it out at a different time. Welcome from the developer. We haven't seen this before because I'd already done the introduction part, hadn't I, before I started streaming this. Oh, actually, did the developer thing pop up with the Switch? It might have. I just don't remember. Because I got like mechanics and overlay, and I can do. That's an interesting one. And effects? No. Styling? No. Yeah, I'd have to figure it out. But I'll have to check. Let's do some cooking. I mean, let's just do this one, because it's not actually, I don't actually want it for food purposes. I just want to sell it. And make the moanings. Chop, 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 chop. Add ingredients. Ingredientes. Stir, 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 stir. So, do I need to take your phone away from you?
Got one.
Get more done, sir.
Maybe you were wrong for the first time.
How much money would I get for this? 96, and how much would I get for this? 51. So, pan-fried dumplings. No, we'll sell this, because pan-fried dumplings also give me way more focus. What else can I make? Is this the only thing I can make right now? Oh yeah, because I don't have any oil. Alright, let's make one more. I didn't even pay attention. Can I make more than one serving at a time? Well, not one serving because it's 3 servings, but... Add ingredients. Stir, stir. Batte, batte, chocolate. Batte, batte, chocolate. Who remembers that? Throwback. Am I? Oh no, it's just sniffing it. I'm like, am I just like scooping up the soup with my hands right now? Let me see something. Can I do multiple servings of it? I can't. Okay, no, I can't set, but I'm gonna. Okay, got it. Why do I have to keep tapping the stove? Like, is it that raggedy of a stove? I'm gonna take it from Ooh, it's a starred one. I don't know why it randomly came out starred, but how does it pay me more? 84 versus 51. Ooh, it pays a lot more. Also, how much focus this is good? 150. Dumplings are still better, right? At 250. Hey, dumplings. Alright, fine, don't populate the information. It's fine though. Still only 186, man. What is worth a lot? What are some butterflies? They're not worth much. What can I get? Nothing is worth as much. How much is this silver? 255. That's meh. 215. How much is this worth? Iron. I wish I could sell this because I accidentally made it, but it won't let me sell it. What if I sell the koi? How much will I get for the koi? Actually, no. Let me go cook the koi. Tragic, isn't it? No, cooked food is kind of legit. Wow. Oh, I could do this too. Alright. I'm going to make a little bit of food, put it into the bin, and we're going to call it a stream because my mom asked me to go with her to the Wally World. So... John. These glasses are kind of annoying. They're... Oh, maybe it's my grubby little fingers. Not the glass. I did just put lotion on my hands. Alright. Whee! Let's sell some cooked food. Sell that. And that. And this. How much would you give me for this? Not much. But it's fine. You can keep it. Actually, no, it's not fine. Give it back. I should go mining because then I could get some more precious stones. Alright. So. We're pretty much out of fizzy water, which is like the main reason why I'm like choosing a trip to the grocery store over continuing to stream. All I got to do right now, well, let me rephrase that. Not all I have to do. All I'm going to do is keep grinding because I want enough money so I can upgrade my backpack. What do we have currently? 3,000 what? 3,700. We're getting about 300 from the stuff we put into the container. So that's going to bring us to 4,000. So we need to make about another 1,000. And if I go to, what is it called? Habari? Is that what it's called? Look at that, we're linked. We're synchronized. If I go to Habari area, I'll probably be able to mine some good enough stone, or I'm just going to be mining. Basically, I'm going to be mining to see if I find some more precious stones, and with that, make enough money to hit 5,000. Once I hit 5,000, I'm buying that backpack upgrade because let me tell you, I thought that the little bit of time that I had 2 rows, it was not as challenging as now having 3 rows. Because the thing is, when I had 2 rows, I didn't realize that there was way more map. I hadn't explored enough to realize that it's such a huge map. And now that I've explored, 3 rows is not enough. So hopefully, once I get to 5,000, I can buy the backpack upgrade. 4 rows are going to be a little bit better for grabbing up enough resources without having to like constantly be trying to teleport back and forth to home. And also by tomorrow, real worlds, the Magi market's going to be gone. So like the wish tickets are going to be gone probably. And I need to put up that decoration. I'm going to rearrange everything, but the main focus right now, rather than mission, my main focus right now is getting to 5,000 gold so that I can upgrade my backpack and then have room for more things so that it's easier to do the missions that I am given by the system. And as I am doing by the system, but that I'm given by the game. And that way, as I am doing those things, I'm able to carry more of it without having to constantly get that red notification at the bottom that my backpack is full. And then I need to go home and, do all of the things. So that is why I'm focusing on grinding so I can get enough money to upgrade my backpack one more time, which is 5,000. And then I don't know what the final upgrade is going to be. That's going to take a while to get it accomplished because 5,000 is taking a while. So it jumped from 1,000 to 5,000. So if it jumps up as much as it did previously, it jumped up 5 times in cost. So 5 times 5 is 25. So if the final unlock is 25,000 gold coins, that's going to take forever. But I'm striving for the 4th level of unlock on the backpack. Once I get that accomplished, then it'll, probably still be today. So I'll just keep grinding, and then tomorrow's stream will actually start doing some of the quests that I have right now. Yes.
Oh, my hand.
Oh my.
I'm not your seat. I could cut them or just I could just do that, but that's boring.
So, we'll probably more than likely stream Palia again tomorrow because this is where we live now. like the title of today's stream. This is where we live now, Palia. So, no other housekeeping stuff. Don't forget to do all the social media things. Like, follow, subscribe. Please support the channel with the like, follow, subscribes, shares. But also, if you are wanting to and able to financially, we also have the Streamlabs donation button, donation website, and Teddy coming in clutch with the information here that I was looking for helps me put it into the social stream ninja and push it out to all the platforms all at once. There's the link tree. So again, please like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, and if you want to and you can, also feel free to support on the Streamlabs donation link. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it and go do some adulting. See you guys on the next one. Oh, wait a minute. What is happening with the ending screen? Oh, no, not the ending screen. I added music to the Be Back Soon screen. Should I add? No, let's not add the music to the ending screen. So, yep, done with the housekeeping. Y'all have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are coming in from. And again, don't forget to do the social media things. I will see you on the next one, which might possibly be tomorrow, depending. I gotta get with Teddy and figure out how we're gonna do our weekday stream schedules. Jenny, thank you for being in the chats and being in the stream. Teddy, as always, Teddy's always with me. But I'm still thankful. It's not that I'm not thankful, but it's just like he's always here. So, like I'm giving the thanks for the contributions, because Teddy's always here. So it's like I'm here, he's here. We're a team. Jenny can only make it sometimes because she adults a little bit more than we do. Okay, that's like the third goodbye, so that's Dominican enough for me. What? MHM? What's that supposed to be? Oh, what is MHM? I'm so confused. Was that a typo?
No, it's the MHM.
It's like MSN?
But look at this.
Oh.
I'll tell